Good morning, it's Barbara. I have not been out yet, but it looks beautiful, but it's a little cool. But I'm dressed. We'll see. We'll check it out. So I had a little mishap with the mail yesterday. I went out to the store, and when I came back, I felt good when I got in the garage, and the mail carrier had put this package in the open garage. And yeah. This is the Sephora Advent Calendar for one of the granddaughters. I'll talk about it in a minute. So it's been more than a minute for me, but not for you. I'm outside now and showing you that I'm in the shade because of the backlight, but we have some autumn going, and there's our red tree. You can see the bottom of it. There it is. Our tree is turning red. The view out our bedroom window now is very, very much autumn. Good morning, it's Barbara. When we have our tea in bed, we open the curtains so we get bright light and can see out. We have 3 windows in our bedroom. And, hey pup, no. It uses that foot, and it's so heavy. This is Maze. Ugh. And our view when we're sitting there drinking our tea is very autumny looking today. And a week ago it was mostly green. Now it's very, very little green. I'm wearing earrings today. These are my pepper earrings. These remind me of my friend Linda, whose birthday's coming soon. She gave them to me, but it also reminded me of my dad, because when he was living in assisted living, he'd get frustrated by something he was trying to solve there, And when he got frustrated enough, he'd call on me to intervene so that he can, get what he wanted. And he told them, "My daughter's a hot pepper." Guy would go in there and make things happen. That was my job. That was the hot pepper. So it makes me think of my dad. I haven't worn earrings in a long time because I made those little handmade silver wire earrings to solve my hole problem on this ear, which I appear to have done. This is the first time I'm putting other earrings in, because I, on some level, didn't want to take the other ones out because whatever. But it's essentially re-pierced this ear when I put that earring in and made the hole straight, and then it healed. That's been a couple months, right? I don't remember exactly when it was. Now, see, I'm going to demonstrate. I can just take an earring and go like this and figure out where my hole is. And if I wouldn't pull it out again, and just put in the earring. In my past 50 years, I've had to around with it and sometimes go in the bathroom and where is the hole and whatever. The problem was that the hole wasn't straight. So I was always having trouble finding the back of the hole, which you would think, having had these piercings for over 50 years, that wouldn't be a problem. But anyway, I think I solved it. All right, so so I went grocery shopping yesterday. I went to Wegmans because that's where Dennis's favorite cheese is. It's a Canadian cheese. Starts with a B. I can't remember. It'll come to me. But it's an 6-year aged cheddar cheese, and he loves it. So I bought 8 things of cheese. Sometimes he buys them in a big chunk. I don't know if I'm getting allergies or what, but I keep sneezing. Pearl's leaving again. And I'm really quick in there. I'm in the store for less. This is going to be a very broken show if I have to turn it off every time I sneeze, the way I'm going. So anyway, I'm in and out. I have my list. The list is semi-sorted based on the store. You know, we're very familiar with the store. But one of the things that I know, Maze, oh, she keeps using that leg. You can't do that, puppy. Pearl's here too. Are you back? Forgiving me for the sneeze. Anyway, my shopping was uneventful, except I got so frustrated. We buy heavy cream, organic heavy cream, and I needed that. And it's on the highest shelf behind the doors because it's refrigerated. And those shelves aren't tipped enough so that the things in the back don't slide. So it's very common for me to not get as many as I would like because the other ones in the back haven't slid. And I get a quart size to try to, you know, I have stepped on the thing to try to, occasionally I asked somebody tall that's around me if they could help me. Anyway, it was very annoying yesterday. Not only were they not coming down, but then they wouldn't come out. Anyway, I know this is ridiculous. I know how ridiculous it is, but it really aggravated me. But by the time I got home, you know, I got everything except this one thing Dennis has asked for, and neither of the stores I went to had it. You know, I was feeling pretty good. So the way our driveway is, it's a hill, and then you turn into the garage. You come up the hill, and it flattens just in front of the garage, and then you come in. So the whole time you're there, you can't see the floor of the garage because the way your car is tipped. By the time you can see it, you're so close to the garage itself that you still can't see the floor. You see the, you know, the wall. So anyway, I pull in yesterday, you know, because I leave the garage door open when I leave, and I pull in yesterday and I hear, I'm like, because I have a tendency to pull a little bit far to the right, and I thought maybe I really overdid it and like hit a, you know, weed and feed bag or a grass seed bag or something that's along that edge. So I go around and look, and I found that box, that squashed Advent box that they had so nicely put in an empty garage. So this is not the first thing that we've run over, because when we drive our car and go in, you can't see the garage. You can't tell that it's there unless, you know, and I wasn't looking for it. It might have been someplace along the way going up. I might have been able to look to the right. And anyway, I ran over it. So that's the Advent I ordered from Sephora. So what I did for the granddaughters is I ordered one Advent from Ulta and one Advent from Sephora, thinking, you know, now I don't know which would be better. I didn't know which girl was going to get which, you know. It was just like, oh, let's have a variety. But now I have a crushed Sephora, and it occurred to me that maybe it would be better for them to have both have the same Advent, so that there wouldn't be any jealousy on any day, like if somebody got something good and somebody got something not as good, you know. So I asked Allison, because that was going through my mind, and I thought, I have to order another one. Maybe I'll order another Ulta, and they'll both have the same. So I asked Allison, and she thought that would be better. And so that's what I did. So now I have this crushed Sephora Advent. And I'm thinking I'm already high on the number of Advents that I have ordered for myself. I was talking about that on the Zoom call, and it's like, my whole vlog is going to be me opening Advents, and you people are going to be so sick of Advents, you're going to stop watching. Well, because I got a yarn from the Crafty Toads. I think I got DK again. I got another yarn from somebody who I'm not even remembering. It was a new dyer, and I thought, oh, what the heck? And then there's a online knitting store that I think may be a real store. I'm not sure. And I don't remember what it's called. It might be like the Twisted Stitch or something like that, where I have bought some interesting knitting gadgets. You know, they have interesting knitting gadgets. So they had an advent that wasn't just yarn. It was interesting knitting gadgets, I think. That's my impression. So I got one of those. Then when I had some jealousy after I ordered Christie's advent, which isn't being delivered till November. So I ordered one for me. Plus Megan and I are doing our advent. So right now, I have 5 advents. Only one of which is not yarn related. So I thought, well, now I have, you know, a smashed makeup advent. That might be interesting. And I thought maybe I would go with that. And then I decided, no, what I'm going to do, and I don't know, I'm tempted to do it next Saturday because the kids are coming over for dinner next Saturday. Or on Thanksgiving when I give out the advents for December. I think I'm going to play the game, and I don't know what it's called, but it's a game that I played with white elephants at a Christmas party one time where everybody brought in a wrapped white elephant. And for those unfamiliar with the term, it's a way of regifting. Like you have something that you don't want, but it's in good condition. And, you know, so you wrap it up and you put it on a table and everybody gets a number. And the person with number 1 goes first, and they pick a package and they open it and everybody gets to see what they have. Then the person with number 2 has a choice. They can either take what the first person got, and then the first person picks again, or they can get a new package if they don't want what the first. And then the third person gets to choose from the opened packages or pick a new one, and it goes up there. So the person with the highest number gets the best deal because they can have whatever they want. So I thought that would be a fun game to play with this crushed, because it's, you know, obviously it's not all ruined. Sephora Advent, me and Allison and the granddaughters at Thanksgiving, or maybe coming up Saturday, that I would go first and I would pick one of the 24, because they're still wrapped. I mean, some of the boxes are kind of crushed. We can work on that. And then Allison would go, and she could either take what I got or pick a new day. And then Isabel, and then Samantha. So I can go in reverse age order. So by the time it came to me again, there would be 3 people to pick from, or pick a new box. Anyway, I just thought it would be fun. That would give the girls the last picks, so that they could be sure to have the thing they really, really want. And obviously, and I'm sure their mother, will be paying close attention to how happy they are with what they picked, so that, you know, when it's my turn, I can take the thing that they don't want, and then they can pick another one. But anyway, I thought it would be fun. Now, it's, you know, it might not be quite as much fun if things are really crushed and ruined and there aren't that many, you know, because I'm thinking, 24, we each get 6. Some of them are going to be demolished. I'll be picking the crushed boxes the whole time, you know. Anyway, I thought that would be fun. So I really felt at the end of the day like I really did stuff yesterday. And I haven't felt that way in a really long time because I really haven't done much in a really long time. But yesterday I went grocery shopping. I ran over a package. I ordered a new package. I ordered the Ulta. The Ulta came really quick, so I'm going to have it no problem. And the girls are going to each have the same advent. I made dinner. I made my chili paneer, which is really matar paneer with red peppers in it, basically. And this is a homemade paneer that we had in the freezer. Dennis had made. And I made that because I love it. It really ticks a lot of boxes for me. And Kim is coming today, and she loves it, and we have lots left over, so she and I can have it for dinner tonight if she stays. I don't know if she's planning on eating here or not. So I cooked, and then I did what I said I was going to do, and I dealt with my knitting needle situation on my DAP Days sleeve. So I'm now doing magic loop for the end of my sleeve, and I knit for a while. Yeah, crazy, right? And I finished watching The Diplomat, which I highly recommend. So that was a busy day for me. Now, I understand that going to the store and making dinner for many of you is like, doesn't even count on getting things accomplished. I hope that's not true, because they are things and that you did accomplish them. But I know that that's a baseline for a lot of people. Not me. Sitting on the couch reading my phone is the baseline. No, I take it back. Doing my vlog is the baseline. I do my vlog every day. I wish it counted for more in my mind in terms of accomplishing something. But I will say that I enjoyed my tea drinking, thinking about what am I going to talk about on my vlog, and I actually had something to talk about on my vlog. You know, it is stressful sometimes to think, oh, I've got to do a vlog, and I didn't do anything yesterday. What am I going to talk about? Although I am a talker, so I do figure something out, right? I mean, I can sit down here with nothing to talk about and 20 minutes later say goodbye. So I understand that. But it was much nicer this morning saying, oh, what am I going to talk about? Oh, I did this. I did that. Woo! So anyway, so that felt good. Kim is coming today. I am going to help her run lines on her play that she is going to be acting in for 2 performances, because she's the understudy for one of the parts. And hang out with her because, you know, with her mother passed, we are the only draw here for her to come visit us. And so it's nice that she's making the time, you know. And it was never just to see her mom. She always came to see us too. We're good friends. So, and I said we're going to go visit the kids the kids are coming next Saturday. I texted them and said, hey, are you busy next weekend? Because we can come and visit you and see your new kitchen. And, you know, and Jason went back. That's so funny, because we were just talking about maybe coming and visiting you that weekend. And I'm like, oh, so which would you rather do? So I looked at Dennis and I said, well, they're talking about coming here instead. He said, great. Dennis would much rather cook than drive. I'm like, well, Dappy says he'd rather cook than drive. So why don't you come here? So they're coming on Saturday, which means I'm not going to see their new kitchen. However, I need to see Kim's new kitchen too. And Kim lives 20 minutes from Jason and Allison, if that. So I will be taking a drive, probably by myself, in the near future to go check out new kitchens and hug my granddaughters. Say hi to Fred. Say, I'm sorry, Fred, for my evil thoughts about how much you paid for your kitchen, because reality has struck. So, and they weren't evil thoughts, but they were. I was laughing, and you know, he who laughs last laughs best, as they say. So Fred's getting the last laugh. But anyway, so one of these days I'm going to take a ride into Bucks County. And, oh, I don't know if Kim's doing much in the way of knitting, but she and I could do a little yarn crawl in her area. That would be fun. I know there's a knitting store well, there used to be, who knows how things are now. There used to be a knitting shop in Newtown, which she lives right outside of. So do a little yarn crawl. Oh, maybe I should do that soon. Working on an advent for Megan. Anyway, so that's what's going on around here. I was feeling very good about today. I mean, and I told you what I did. I went to the store and made dinner, and I knit. That is an accomplishment for me. Sad to say. All right, I gotta go. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please. Stay safe and stay sane.